Greetings and salutations. So we're back here in Space Engineers, and I always do the same build or the same kind of starter build. And what's relevant about this is it's kind of tied into my drill that I use as the drill script. And so I always start with this metal block kind of just frame, and then I throw one windmill will work. But I leaned forward on it just a little bit, and I put an extra two windmills on there just to kind of plan ahead. But one will work because you only need one windmill to run a drill script and a programming block. But the way that I do this, it's a pretty minimalist build setup, and I am running an add-on or a mod for to change the a rover to give me a junk rover versus and it doesn't really matter. But what I do is I do the three blocks. So I find the mine that I always want to start to mine. My starting location, and I always do the ones that have the cobalt, the iron, and the nickel. And because you'll find these mines are these mineral resources, I should say. I'm turning it into a mine, and this has all three. And so I try to get my starting location where it has all three mineral locations. And then what I'll do is the way that I do this is I do the three blocks, and there's a reason why I don't turn them into full steel blocks yet. I keep them just scaffolding, and then I'll kind of L shape it, and I'll put a windmill tower at the top. And then here is your assembler, and I always put that. That doesn't have any other connecting pieces except for the front here. So I do the assembler first, and then I do the refinery. So it's the pass-through from the refinery. I do one storage block, and then the follow-on piece to that is I go up because I don't want to build out anymore because my drill is going to go in a circular pattern. So I come in here and I do my conveyors. Actually, I'm going to do a piston. So and then I'm going to do I want to preload a conveyor. And I always do the one that's got all. I like the ones that have the little plus where you can mouse wheel through the selection. I prefer that, putting that stuff in the hotbar than just doing the individual items. What do I need here? I need some steel plates. So let's do that. I need that too, just to get started, just to get these kind of framed out. So I'll do a piston, and then I'm gonna do a 4-part junction. Conveyor, and I like how it shows. Then I gotta do 8 of these. 6. I gotta do 8 of these, and I just do the mouse wheel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do another box. Conveyor. Now I got to do the rotary, the advanced rotor, and I do this the same every time. It's got to be the advanced rotor because in the past I wasn't paying attention and unable to. I got to spin it around. There you go, advanced rotor, and then another interior plates, another conveyor. So I come over here to my let's get another batch, right, and then back to the piston. We're gonna do a piston, and then I'm trying to remember if it's 1 or if it's 2. I think it's 1. And then I think it's and then the drills. Or actually it's a box. I do another conveyor, and then a piston down, right? And then the reason when I husk these out, I think that's the right word, when you remove a lot of earth material around an area, you kind of husk it out. Then I kind of pre-husk it out when I'm collecting the resources, so that way I can kind of frame this out. Let's see if I can get the drill in there. Yep, I frame this out and get in. One drill will work. 2 drills will work. Um, yeah, yeah. So now that I have all that framed up, it's a little easier to put together. And then basically now I just need to build, go through and make sure I have the resources. I'm going to do a third drill, but this is ultimately my starting location. And then what I do is I try not to build anything else above ground. I build everything below ground after this, and I'll continue this. I'll remove this block and continue this plumbing downward, and then put all my storage underground. And and then I'll have a windmill tower up. But that basically is kind of a summary of my starting base. And then once I get this drill going, I gotta also do a program block. Yep. Let me rotate this around. There. And then there we go. And then that was weird. I hit the wrong button. And then once I get this script going, I don't have to worry about materials no more, because between the refining, and I will bring this down, and I'll probably stack like 4 or 5 refineries as it heads down. I'll use those blocks, and and the reason why I have the O2 sensor there, one is it adds me 2 blocks, and then really I probably it adds 2 blocks, and it also gives me a little bit more headroom for when I build these drills, because it's a little hard to squeeze all that stuff in there early on. So it just makes it a little easier for me to gives me a little bit more kind of height. It's a little high, but I'll add more pistons. I'll add more pistons, and so let me see. I gotta. And early on too, you kind of run out of some oxygen, and so. Oh, is that done? Yeah, I need tubes. I need a lot of tubes now. And then I'm gonna go over there and get some ice and start putting some ice in the. And I think what I might do too is I might just put a cockpit that I can sit in there, or a seat that I can sit in there, to where I can recharge. What do I need? So I got to start doing this, and this is going to take a little bit of. I'll put that in the queue. Yeah, it doesn't want to give me any more. I think I'm short. I think I'm short on a few. Yeah, my queue's messed up, and that's something that you got to keep in mind too. Is your queue will get clogged up with previous, like you're trying to click on stuff, and you'll realize that your queue will get clogged up with stuff, and then you got to go back and check on it and make sure that it's good. And I always like to have a little jetpack during this phase, because it just makes it easier to get around. All right, I'm gonna stop the video here. Thanks for watching. A video like this when I first started would have been a big help. And I realized that it's just, once you understand this kind of process, it could take a 10-hour experience, turn it into a 30-minute experience. All right, thanks for watching.